Ken Trahan with Kenny Henderson, Executive Director of the LHSAA. And Kenny, a tough day for everybody. And even some of the people that were for Proposition 18, Mr. Weber said he did it reluctantly and looks forward and says, let's see where we're at. Maybe we'll reconsider it. Bottom line is it was tough on everybody, not the least of whom you.
Well, I mean, I don't have to play the games. I have to. Our biggest challenge in front of us right now from an administrative standpoint is logistics. The dome comes into question. How do you fill some of these holes that were not answered by the proposal? Because there are some, and so the administration will have to get back to the office. We'll have to break this down, see exactly what we have to do to attack it. I have a feeling there will be a meeting of the select schools to help them have input, or for them to have input to help us make those decisions, and we'll just have to see.
Bottom line is now, like you said, there's so many issues to be dealt with. You got to Z before getting to past A and B, so to speak, and now it's all going to be dealt with. And I know your concerns would be trying to keep everything together, trying to keep everyone together as one when you're really not one, at least in this particular one sport.
Yeah, and I think item number 8 would have been much more detrimental than item 18 in the grand scheme of things. Not diminishing what 18 is done. But yeah, that's we are. I mean, if y'all heard my talk to the people before we voted, we are the LHSAA. We are one group, and so that is going to be a big challenge to make sure that everybody feels a part.
You can speak candidly now. Were you surprised by the margin? It was pretty wide that it passed.
Yeah, I really, going into it, I really thought maybe the 1A, the 2A, and the 3A public school people would be wholeheartedly for this, because they're the ones that have seemed to have, bared the brunt of the whole non-public issue for the last several years. I did not know where some of the 4 and 5A stood on it, because typically the 5A, it's not really a non-public issue on the 5A level, and I definitely didn't know. I thought the B and C would make the difference, and I just looking at it, and I haven't seen the vote. I watched it. But it looked like a lot of the B and C supported their neighbor schools and their neighbor public schools, and so even though they don't play football, they still get a vote.
Yeah, last but not least, the ramifications. You don't know it, I don't know it, but clearly there will be some, whether it's scheduling, whether it's legislative action, legal action, whatever the case may be. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Yes, that's the easiest way to put that. It's not. I don't think it's over with. I mean, somebody will do something. There's nothing from the LHSAA standpoint that can be done at this point. I mean, our bylaws and constitution are fairly concise in what we can and cannot do, and this would be something that could not be addressed again until a year from now. Well, we've got a football season between now and then. So, from the LHSA's point of view, there's really not anything we can do. All we can do is try to massage it, fill in the holes, make sure we've answered all the questions. So we do have the best championship season that we can have. We don't want to get into the middle of the playoffs and realize that, oops, we sort of forgot how to, what we're doing here, and then we hurt somebody from that standpoint.
Kenny, thanks for the visit as always. Best of luck to you.
Thank you all very much for covering us.